Hello everyone and welcome to game number 4 between DIMAGA, spawning as a red Zerg, and his opponent's going to be Dark Lobra or Wydra, spawning as a blue Protoss. The map's going to be Scrap Station, and let's see what's going to happen here. And I think this is the last game between these two players, so the score is actually 2-1, so if Wydra wins right now, that's it, and if DIMAGA wins, it's probably going to go to game number 5, which I could not find replay for, so I'm highly doubting right now. This is a big spoiler of the game, so I apologize, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be still fun to watch what these two players are going to do to each other, because the Scrap Station is like one of the favorite maps for the carrier player, kind of go for the Banshee harassment over here, and I'm pretty sure that DIMAGA is going to be using his Overlord to scout Wydra's base pretty easy, because when you're playing against the Protoss player, Overlord is probably going to survive most of the time, because they can't really get any shooting units until the Cybernetic Core comes out, and DIMAGA is going to be getting standard opening, just getting a bunch of drones, droning it up. And Wydra's going to be getting a bunch of probes too. So both players are not playing anything cheesy, nothing special, just getting standard opening. And just going to go see what happened over here. And Wydra's going to be probably getting a gateway. Yep, he's trying to wall off the ramp, because this ramp is kind of big, so you need to use the walling off technique. Whatever you want to call that technique, I guess. And DIMAGA actually not getting, he's actually going to go for the quick hatchery this time, instead of getting, extractor like he did in the previous 3 games, going for the speed links. Now actually he's going for 14 hatch right now, so this is going to be really tricky if DIMAGA, if Wydra actually scouts this out, so he can put pressure on him. He can just save up the chrono boost and start chrono boosting zealots and putting pressure on his hatchery, on his main base. And this Overlord knows exactly that there is really not much happening. He sees that the gateway is going down over here and the simulator, so he knows that the Wydra is not cheesy for anything. And I don't think that Wydra actually Wydra had not seen the expansion yet, so he really needs to scout the area with this probe, and the probe is actually gonna see there's an early hatchery before the spawning pool, so DIMAGA can actually start chrono boosting the units or getting another gateway. No, he's gonna be actually getting a Cybernetic Core, and I think he should chrono boost the Zealot and put some pressure on DIMAGA, because as soon as this hatchery is finished, there's really nothing to defend against this. There's gonna be no queens, all he has is drones, and this is the tricky situation that I was talking about. If your opponent knows that you're going for 14 hatch, you better be ready for this kind of build, because if your opponent's not going to be aggressive, because Wydra's not aggressive right now, he's not really trying to chrono boost any zealots out whatsoever. So, and I think he's just going to chrono boost the zealot just to snipe down this Overlord, and maybe this one, because these guys are kind of slow flying right now, and I don't think DIMAGA is going to spot this. Oh, actually he does. Look at this. Great micro from DIMAGA. DIMAGA just knows exactly that there's going to be a... I think he knows the timing when the Wydra gets his stalkers out after the gateway, and there's going to be another pylon going down over here. And DIMAGA really just getting a bunch of Zerglings, getting more Zerglings to defend against this, and he needs to get some spine crawlers over here to defend against this attack if there's going to be one coming in from Wydra. And this Overlord actually is going to survive over here. And Wydra's going to be researching warp gate technology, actually he's going to be getting a Stargate. Oh my gosh, he actually scared away the Overlord from scouting, and I'm pretty sure he cannot see this. There's a Stargate being built over here. But there is a lot of Zerglings actually going to be coming in, so he needs to get some more units to defend against this, and he needs to scare away this Overlord. And look at this, he actually is going to be using his Stalker to scare away the Overlord, and I'm pretty sure that DIMAGA did not see this. He did not see the... no, he did not see that there's going to be a gateway building over here, and the Overlord is going down, but the Zerglings are going to be trying to run in here, but there is going to be a Zealot over here trying to defend against this, and he is actually defending right now, so it's going to be pretty hard for DIMAGA to break into, but the Stargate is finished, and he's might be going to be getting a really quick Void Ray. He needs to chrono boost this out, because the Void Ray will do a lot of damage, and I don't see why the Stargate is actually set to the other direction. It should be set to towards the DIMAGA's base, because there is really no anti-air instead of 1 or 2 queens to defend against this, so he needs to get as many Voiders as he can, start to attack this as much as he can too, because you're gonna invest money in the Voiders, you need to use them wisely. And I don't know why is it the rally point set all over there, but I don't know. But the Wydra is actually gonna be trying to push out a little bit over here, but he's not. And these zealots are just gonna start attacking over here, and these guys are just gonna be chilling. This probe's like, man, let me get out of my base. I gotta build a pylon over here, which is kind of chilly outside. And DIMAGA really not getting a lot. Instead of he's getting a layer, so he might gonna be getting some Mutas, Hydralisk, I don't know. but he's still not getting it. Instead of, he's getting a Roach Warden, which is really not that great because he's kind of playing in the dark right now. He knows there is a Void Ray out because the Overlord probably spotted it, and he really needs to cancel this Roach Warden and get a Hydralisk stand, because it's going to be really hard for him to deal with these Void Rays, because these Void Rays can just snipe all of these Zerglings pretty easily. And look at this, DIMAGA's kind of just gonna run out with these Zerglings, because there's really not much he can do, because there's like one Queen and the Roaches won't do anything, and the Hydralisk Den is being built right now, but I don't think they would do enough to defend against this, because there's only 2 Queens, so he needs to get at least 1 more Queen to defend against the Void Ray push. And plus the White House going to be pushing out with a couple Sentries, Void Rays, and a Zealot, and there's another Void Ray is going to be reinforcing this. There's going to be 1 Stalker left behind trying to defend against this, and these Zerglings are just going to go down, and DIMAGA was not even microing, because there's really not much you can do against the Void Rays, because but there's going to be 5 Hydralisks actually going to be coming out pretty soon from DIMAGA, so he really needs to get those as soon as he can to defend against this. But DIMAGA's probably going to be putting a Proxy Pylon somewhere over here. Yes, he is, and I mean, White House going to be putting a Proxy Pylon over here, and he's going to try to reinforce his army as much as he can. He has 4 gateways and 1 Stargate, currently boosting another Void Ray out. So he really needs to start, he needs to micro those Void Rays. You do not want to allow your Void Rays to being killed by the Hydralisk, and they were actually charged. He used the rocks to charge up on the Void Rays, but the Hydralisk actually did push them away for a second. And DIMAGA's really not... Oh, actually the big battle is going to be going down over here, and look at this. Using the Force Fields over here, preventing the Queen from coming in, and the Zerglings, and look at them using Zealots to attack, and look at this DIMAGA. I mean, White House coming in on top of this battle pretty easily right now. The Void Ray is really, one of them is really on low health, but there is more reinforcements coming in from the Proxy Pylon over here. More Zerglings are coming into the place, but still there is really not enough guys for this. One more Void Ray coming in from White House to defend against another Hydralisk coming in from DIMAGA, but still, I don't think there's going to be enough units from DIMAGA to defend against this, and I think White House is going to be winning game number 4, and I think this is going to be the last game between these 2 players. And they were actually a pretty good game, and they're speaking in Russian, and thank you for watching.